If I wanted to access the content of a web page or if I wanted to create a web page, then we are going to use this language called HTML. HTML document structure, it has two parts. One is head and another one is body. Within that web page, I just wanted to give one line of a break from my content of a previous content to the next content. At the time, I can use this break. We can also use the images in the web page. Then how we are going to insert an image in your web page? That too with the help of using image tag. Hello everyone, welcome to the session 1 of chapter 17, that is web designing. I'm Rohini TS, lecturer, Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So in the first session of this chapter, we'll see what are the content that I'm going to discuss. So in our today's session, we are going to have an introduction part to this HTML. That means what is the need of having this HTML, what is its abbreviation, and for what purpose we are going to use this HTML. And also I will be discussing regarding the structure of HTML document or HTML structure that I'm going to discuss. Along with that, we will learning with some of the advanced tags or commands in the HTML, and also we have some of the tag with respect to this text formatting, and also we will be learning regarding this text layout. Then we'll see about the number listing, and also we'll see about links, inserting an image, and how this background will going to work. So all these we're going to learn in our today's session. We'll get into the first slide of this session, that is introduction to HTML. So as we all know that we are all living in the digital world and we are all fond of using internet. Then who is going to give the commands? For example, you are going to browse something using some of the browser. So you are going to get the web page, you are going to visit some of the website. Then who have designed all those things? Who is going to give the standards or who is going to give the commands in order to create all those beautiful web pages? So we are going to use a language called HTML, that is Hypertext Markup Language. So as we all know that in order to access the content of DBMS, we are going to use the SQL. In the same way, if I wanted to access the content of a web page or if I wanted to create a web page, then we are going to use this language called HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So, and it is most widely used language in order to create or in order to write the web pages. So if they asked what is the use of having this HTML language, that is mainly in order to create a web pages. So that is if it is a website, then it is a collection of web pages, and each web page will going to be designed with the help of this HTML language. And also hypertext refers to the way in which web pages are linked together. So when I say it as a website, at the time it will be a collection of web pages. Then how can I communicate from one web page to another web page? That is with the help of this hypertext. So most of you have browsed the things. So there we are going to get one word which is blue in color and which is underlined. So if I click on that, that will going to take me to another web page. That is what we are going to call that as a hyperlink. So if I click on that link, that will take me to another page, or that will going to navigate us to another page. So whatever the text we have as in a blue color with underline, that will be considered as what? Hypertext. And also the link available on a web page is called hypertext. So as I told, so that kind of link which is available on the web pages, if I click on that, it will going to navigate us to another page which is going to redirect to another web pages. So HTML documents are also called as web pages. So we are going to call this HTML documents as web pages also. So then we are going to use HTML programming language in order to create this HTML documents. So it is like a mother tongue for the internet. So if I wanted to access the content of a web pages, then if I wanted to surf anything over the internet, then we have to use this HTML language. So with the help of different tags in a HTML, we are going to create a beautiful web pages. So that is what you can see here. HTML is being widely used to format the web pages with the help of different tags which is available in HTML. So with the help of different tags, and each tag will going to perform its operation. If I wanted to create a web page or a website, then we are going to use this HTML. So now we'll see how the structure of this HTML documents will going to look like. For example, if I wanted to create any of the web pages, then I have to follow this HTML document structure. So what it consists of? First, we have a HTML tag. That means within the angular bracket, we have to mention a name of a tag, and each tag will going to have its own attribute. It will going to have its own properties. With the help of all those properties, we can get the benefit. First, we have a root tag, that is also called as what? HTML tag. So, and one more thing, it is not case sensitive. So, you can write all these in a capital letter or even in the small letter. So, that doesn't make any sense to that HTML language. So, it is not case sensitive. You can write it in any of the cases here. So, that HTML is also considered as what? Root tag. It is also considered as root tag. Under this HTML, we have head. So, if you see any of the web pages, at the time we are going to have one of the heading. So, within this head, we have one more tag called title. So, within this title, I can give the title for my web page. So, this is what the title we are going to give for web page. So, after giving this title, I have to close the title tag. Then, how we are going to close the title tag? So, if I write any tag within the angular bracket, that will be considered as a tag. If I wanted to close this tag, then I have to write a less than, that is left angular bracket. Then I have to write the /, then I have to mention the name of a tag which I wanted to close, then use the right angular bracket. That is what I wanted to close this tag. In the same way, here I am going to open the title tag. Within that, I will write the content of the title, then I will close the title tab, that which will going to appears on the top of this web page. So, after this, we are going to close the head tag. So, then this is the main part, that is body. So, if you consider the HTML document structure, it has two parts. One is head and another one is body. So, in the head, we are going to mention the title of a web page, and in the body, there we are going to play. That means whatever the content that you wanted to include in a complete web page, everything will going to be designed with the help of this body tag. So, within this body tag, I can use many tags in order to create or in order to make a web pages. Then, after this, I have to close the body tag. So, if everything got over, at last we have to close this root tag called HTML. So, once we are done with all the tag, then we have to close this HTML. So, if I close this HTML somewhere in between, then whatever the content we have after that HTML tag will not going to make any sense. That is what you have to remember. So, now we'll see the structure again here. HTML head. Within the head, we have a title. Then I will close the title. Then I will close the head. After that, we have a body tag, opening and closing of a body tag. So, within the body tag, we are going to have a content of complete web page. Then at last, I have to close this HTML root tag. So, that HTML marks the beginning of HTML. So, as I told, if a tag doesn't contain any / in it, then that is the beginning of that particular tag. And also we have a head here. So, that begins the heading section. So, I told we have two sections. One is heading and another one is body. So, in this head, this will going to get start. And also title we have gives the HTML document a title. So, it produces the title of a web page, and also we have to close this end of the head tag or also heading tag, and also we have body tag. So, this completely defines the body of a HTML, that defines the complete, this is what the body of a complete web page, whatever the content that you wanted to write, there we are going to write within this body tag. So, after that I have to end this body tag. At last, should not forget to end the end of a HTML. This is how the structure of HTML document will going to look like, and it is also important for 3 marks question. Very, very important. We'll see the next one, that is web page with basic feature. So, if I consider any of the web pages, what are the feature it consists of? So, when I can say it is as a web page, we'll see now. So, most of the web pages contain the basic layout such as address box to enter the domain name with forward and back navigation page. So, if I consider any of the web pages, there we are going to have a content like it will going to move forward to the next page and I can go back to the previous page, whatever I have accessed. And also header of the web page with or without subheading, footer with license value, image, etc. So this consists of these many things. We are going to have a header for the web page and it may include or may not include the subheading, and if you wanted to have a footer, there also you can mention the footer with license value, and if you wanted to include any of the images, content, everything can be included in the web page. So here you can see one of the best example for this web page. So here you can see that we have a title. So you can see that we have a title here. This is the complete body of the HTML document or a web page, and you can also see the footer here, so that contains some of the images here. So it's just a complete web page, comprises of all the content whatever is possible in order to include any of the web page. This is one of the example that you can take in order to illustrate the web page, how it looked like. We'll see the next one, that is regarding advanced HTML tags. So now I got to know the structure of HTML. Then what are the options we have in HTML tags? So what I can do with the web pages, what are the possible advanced tags we have in HTML? We'll see now. So we can have a text related tags. So if I have a text related tags, what are the possible operations that I can do then? So we can have a formatting. I can do the formatting for my text. I can resize it. I can make it big. I can make it small. So whatever I wanted to do with the size of a text, we can do that. And also we can have a text layout and listing. So when it comes to the next one, that is links. So as I told, it is a hyperlink, right? It will going to navigate or it will going to take us from one page to another web page. So if I have this links, what we can do? So we can give the links to our local pages or to pages at other sites. I can give a link of this website to another website and also to bookmarks. So everything we can do with the help of this links. And also we have images. So I can use image as a background. I can use image as a hyperlink. So instead of taking a text as a hyperlink, I can also use the image as a hyperlink. So if I just click on that image, that will going to take me to another web pages, so that we can insert an image that may be of any of the format, and also we can going to add a link to an image. So in the hyperlink, I can also add an image as a hypertext here. And also we have a background. So whatever I can do with this background, I can give the colors to the background, and I can use image as a background, and I can also use fixed image. So this image can be dynamic. For example, your live wallpaper. And also I can use some of the images which will going to be changed randomly. So those kind of things is possible with the help of this advanced tag called backgrounds. And also we have other tag that includes tables, frame, and even forms. So these are the things which will be considered as what? Advanced HTML tags. So we'll see the first one, that is with respect to text formatting tags. So here HTML text formatting tags we have. I have listed out number of tags along with its description. That means if I use this tag, what are the benefits that I can get out of it? What is the first one? That is B. So as I told, if I wanted to write any of the content that needs to be takes place within the opening and closing of that particular tag. For example, why this B tag or bold tag will be used? So as the name indicates, it defines the bold text. So if we wanted to have any of the text needs to be displayed as a bold text, then we have to go with this B tag. For example, consider B, ABC, and I'm going to close this B tag. So this ABC will going to be appeared in a bolder manner than the normal text. So this is how it look like then. Okay. So after that, what we have? EM. So this defines the emphasized text. So next we have strong text. Somehow it is like a bold tag itself. So this defines the strong text. So whatever the size of a text will be there, that will going to be bold. That means we are not changing its size. Instead of that, we are changing its complex. So that is what strong. And also we have sub. That is related to subscripted text. For example, X 2. So this is what I wanted to give the 2 as a subscript value. So at the time we are going to use this sub tag, and also we have ins in order to use this as a inserted text. So in the same way we have I. So I defines what? Italic text. So if you wanted to have any of the text which needs to be slightly slanted to the right side of the text, then we are going to use this italic text. And also we have U. So that defines the underline. For example, if I write like this A, B, C, I will close this U. So what will be the resultant that I am going to get? It will be like this. So if I wanted to underline any of the text at the time, I can use this U tag. And also we have a small. So this defines the small text. It will just resize the text size. So normal text value or a size will going to be decreased by 1. So then we have a superscript. It is just opposite to this subscript. So here it will defines the superscripted text. For example, if I wanted to have a content like this, or if I wanted to have a text like this, at the time I can use this SUP tag. For example, if I write like this SUP and AB, I need to close here. Then how it will going to appear? It will be appeared as a superscripted text. Next we have a delete that defines the deleted text. This is just reverse of this ins. This will going to be like inserted text, and this is what? Deleted text. So these many tags that we have with respect to this text formatting tags. So with the help of this, I can format the text as per my requirement in order to have any of the web pages. We'll see the next topic, that is text layout. So this is what must be the alignment of text in my web page, whether it is left aligned or a right aligned, whether I want it to be it as in the central. That is what we are going to do with this text layout. So in order to include this text layout, so we can use paragraph or we can use this div tag. So with the help of this div tag, I can use an attribute called align. So there I can format the text. That means I can give the text layout there, whether it needs to be right aligned, left aligned, or at the center. We'll see here. So we have a P tag that is represents the paragraph tag. When I wanted to write more content or when I wanted to have more number of character, then we have to use this paragraph tag. Then P align is equal to left. So whatever the content that I am going to write in within that P tag or a paragraph tag, everything will going to be aligned to the left of the web page. So that in the same way I can have the center alignment. For example, P Vidhyaashram, PU college, then I will close this P. So if I write like this, by default the alignment will be at the left of a page. So it will going to be appeared like this, VA PUC. For example, if I am going to write like this, P align is equal to right or center. So there I am going to write a content like VA PUC. Then I will close this P tag. At the time, how it will going to look like? It will be at the right side. This is how we are going to use this align tag. Within that we can have the text layout like left aligned, right aligned, or at the center. So that here P align is equal to right. So you can see that as a paragraph break that includes left justify text in the para, or we can have a center text in a paragraph or a right justify text in the para. And also we have one next one, that is BR, important. So all these tags can be as for 1 mark. So what is the use of this BR tag? What is the use of this no BR tag? So here BR in the sense that represents the break. For example, you just imagine I have a web page. So within that web page, I just wanted to give one line of a break from my content of a previous content to the next content. At the time, I can use this break. So this break tag will going to add a single line break where the tag is. For example, here I have a paragraph, then I'm going to take this break tag. So after this, whatever the content that I'm going to write after this break will going to be appeared in the next line, not in the immediate after this line. So this will be considered as one break line in between the paragraph. So for that purpose, we are going to have this break tag. Here you have to observe one thing. This break tag is an empty tag. That means it will not going to have any closing tag for this. So break tag is the only opening and closing. Both will be considered like this. So we are not going to have any of the closing tag for this break. So in the same way, it is just like a reverse of this break. That is no break. So turn off the automatic line breaks even if text is wider than a window. So even the text is greater than this window size. At the time also, if I am using this no break, that will not going to entertain any of the automatic line break. Then we have a WBR. So that allows the browser to insert a line break at exactly this point, even if the text is within the no break tag. So in order to break the usage of this no break, I can use this WBR. So I'm just stressing out this WBR. That means the web pages or a web browser will going to give the break even there is a no break content. So then it will going to stress this no break tag. And also we have center text and also closing of center tag. So whatever the text that I am going to write in between the center tag, that will going to be appeared at the center of a web page. So that will be considered as center tag. So and I can also have the div tag, that is revision tag. So we can align the text in the center, even left or at the right side. This is what text layout is all about. We'll see the next topic, that is number listing. So if I have a web browser, like if I have a web pages, at the time there might be a chances of listing any of the content. So at that time, what are the possible ways we have in order to list the contents? So here we have some of the options for numbers. So I can represent any of the listing values like a plain numbers. I can have a capital letter, I can have a small letters, capital Roman numbers and small Roman numbers. So if I use this plain number as an attribute for this numbering, at the time it will going to be appear like this only. That is what 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So if I wanted to take a capital letters, for example, consider A, apple, then B, ball, C, cat. It will be like this. So small letter. In the same way, I can also have the small letter. So A, B, C. It will going to be, the listing will be like this. For example, here I can take Raju, Ramu, Suma. I can do the listing like this. And also we have a capital Roman number. How it will be then? So it will be like this. Capital Roman number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the same way, I can also have the small Roman number. It will be like 1, 2, and 3, and also we have 4, 5. So this is how it will going to look like in order to have this number listing. So we are going to use all these attribute with the OL tag, and also we can use this for the listing purpose. It includes plain numbers, capital letters, small letters, and capital Roman numbers, and even small Roman numbers. So these are the options we can get when we wanted to list any of the content on the web page. So next, what we have, links. As I told, if I wanted to navigate from one web page to another web page, then we are going to have this link tag. Mainly it is used to produce the links with the help of this A tag. That is also considered as what? Anchor tag. Important question. Which tag is used to insert a link in the web page? That is anchor tag. So it will going to have a opening and closing of a tag. So that is anchor tag. So this tells where the link starts, and this closing of a anchor tag tells the where the link will going to ends. So whatever the link that I am going to write in between this anchor tag, so there if I click on that hypertext, that will going to take me to the link where it is in the web browser. So we'll see the example. Here we have an anchor tag, that is A, and for that we have an attribute called href that includes what? Hyperreference. So this hyperreference will going to specify, or it will going to locate the address or locate the location of the file or a resources that you wanted to access. So whatever you are going to write in between this double quotes, that will be considered as an address. So for example, here in between this anchor tag, if I'm just going to write A, so in the web browser, this A will going to be appeared as a hypertext. So then if I click on this, at that time that will going to take me to this location wherever it is in the internet. So once I'm done with giving the location, then I have to close this anchor tag. So that is HEHREF, that is hyper reference. So you can see here H reference or a hyper reference, hyperlink reference attribute specifies the location of the file or a resources that you want to provide a link to in order to access the content of that web page, or if you wanted to access another website or as a bookmarks. So this is how we are going to use the link. So there will be a question like which tag is used in order to give the hyperlink. That is anchor tag, and it is going to have a starting and closing of tag. Next, what we have, inserting an image. So as I told, we can also use the images in the web page. Then how we are going to insert an image in your web page? That too with the help of using image tag. So we have an image tag. So there I can use the image. Then what is the format of inserting an image in the web page? That is, I have to take a name of a tag called image. Then we have an attribute called src that defines the source. Then give equal. Within the double quotes, you have to specify the location of an image. So for example, if your image, what you wanted to insert, which is in the documents, then you have to go back to the document and open the image. Then right click on that, go to the properties. After that, you can see the location of an image. So copy that location and get to know what is the format of this image. Come back to the HTML web page and come back to the HTML IDE. So there you have to paste the link of that image, that means the location of an image. After that, give the backward slash, then specify the name of an image with its format, that means whether it is a JPEG or a bitmap. So you have to specify the type of an image. So after that, if you wanted to give any of the attributes, like if you wanted to give the size and height and width of an image, that you can specify. So after that, we are going to close this image tags. So then that will going to be appeared on a screen as an image. So if you are not mentioning its height and width, at the time whatever the default value is there for the height and width, that in that format the image will going to be displayed on a screen. So that image source is equal to http://www.echoecho.com rainbow.gif. So rainbow is the name of an image. So after that we have GIF. So that is what GIF image will going to be inserted. So image can be resized, and I can also give the borders and linking an image in HTML. So some of the features of inserting an image. So I can link the images, I can resize the image, I can use this image as a background image, and I can have multiple number of images. We can use that image as we can give the border for the image. So all these features can be done with the help of this image tag. So it's regarding inserting an image. So next what we have here, that is background. Then if we want to add the background image, so we need to specify in the body tag. So in which background should be used, image should be used as a background. So you can also use an image as a background for the web page. So as I told in the example, so we had a look regarding that PU board. So there they have mentioned an image. They have used an image as a background, right? So there will be a possibility of using the image as a background, or else I can give the colors to the background, or we can use the image as a background. Those are the possibilities we have. So where I am supposed to specify if I wanted to make the image as a background image, so that is in the body tag. So here we have a body is a tag, and this background is the attribute that specifies the characteristics or properties of this body tag. So after giving equals, I can specify the image that I wanted to use as a background image for my web page. But you have to understand one thing. So when you are using a background image, or when you are using an image as a background image, along with that you have to specify the color. That means you will get to know the difference between the image along with its background. This is how we can give the image as a background. So next, what we have here, so we can take the background color and fixed image. So what we can do here, background color, that means instead of giving the image as a background, I can also use the color as a background. So that is how we are going to do that. Within the body tag, I have to specify the BG color that specifies the attribute. BG in the sense, background color is equal to, if I am going to write it as a gray, so that web page background will going to be appeared in the gray color. In the same way, I can also fix some of the images, like which I wanted to have a static image, that is also possible. So there we are going to use a properties called fixed. So if I use the word called fixed for the background image, then it will be static. It will not going to be moved, or it will not going to be do anything. So it will just with a static content in the web pages. So we can give, or we can use image as a background. I can give the colorful background, and also I can use the fixed image as a background. So these are the possibilities we have with respect to background tag. It's all about today's session. I hope you all understood. Let me meet you in the next session. Until that, keep learning, keep on growing. Thank you.